Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. And as you know, the listener knows, we've been doing a lot of conversations with Inc. 5000 recognized companies. These are companies that have had explosive sales growth. That's what they're recognized for. And I think at a time where businesses are often flatlining, it's important to find out what the DNA is of some of these companies. We're going to be spending some time this segment with a company called Switch Gear, and I'm looking forward to visiting with Dixie Agostino. Is that correct? Did I get that pretty close, Dixie?
You did. You did
Very
great.
Good. Let's start off, Dixie, real quickly with your elevator speech, if you will.
I guess we help business owners sleep at night knowing they've got the right people in the right places. We specialize in technical recruitment or those managerial positions that need to have that technical background. But kind of as we've grown, we've expanded into IT and accounting and other niche positions.
By the way, where are you all corporately located?
Headquartered in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was going to say that skyline kind of looked like Tulsa, Oklahoma at your website, which is switchgearrecruiting.com. So how many times have you all been on the Inc. 5000 list?
This was our first year to be eligible, so yeah.
Congratulations.
We thought we'd get on the 5,000, and we got into the 500, and we were kind of blown away.
So you not only got it in the 5,000, you're in the top 500.
Right.
Wow. Congratulations. What kind of growth did you have in order to make that list?
I think the calculation was like 1,200% growth. We went from 0 to $2 million in 4 years.
Wow, that's impressive. Talk a little bit about, first of all, what differentiates you from the competition. Obviously, that has to play a role.
It does. Recruiting is a very relational business. You're putting your butt on the line every time that you vouch for a candidate. And our biggest differentiator is the level of quality. We have a listen first process. The typical processes for a recruitment firm is they call you and they ask you if you want a job. And they found your name on Monster Career Builder. We don't mess with any of that. We reach out through our network and through deep web searching to people who are currently doing the job or maybe one step below and ready to take the step into the job we're working on, and then just ask them, hey, what's going on for you? What do you love? What are you passionate about? And what would you are you open to something that might be stronger than what you're currently doing? And a lot of people say yes. The engagement studies is maybe a third of the population is unhappy at work, but the 2/3 are happy, and they're excelling, and they're not looking, but maybe they're in second gear as opposed to being in fifth gear, and that's kind of how we got our name. Is we're just taking people who are excellent in what they do and putting them into something where they maximize even more of their talents and strengths and passions.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about the verticals that you typically work in. Are there specific verticals?
Yes. Our primary book of business is engineering recruitment as it caters to the manufacturing and oil and gas industry. Luckily, we did get diversified before the price of oil went, where it's at now. And it was kind of a learning process, but honestly, learning an industry is maybe about 10% of the work. The bulk of the work is learning how to really screen for quality and to trust your instincts when somebody, when your candidate is doing something weird and you're like, I need to pull this guy. Like, this is not working out.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Talk a little bit about your sales cadence. How do you find clients? How do you cultivate those relationships? Talking about the businesses that are doing hiring. I know kind of, both the recruitee is kind of a client as well, but I mean the companies.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. It's a dual sale.
Yeah.
Really, it's reaching out to companies that are experiencing some kind of challenge. And it may not be that they're growing and hiring. It may just be that they're having problems. And it's how can we help you get an outsider's view so that you are open to see your blind spot. So sometimes, imagine you've got a manager, he's got a team of 10, and he's saying, I'm not hiring, I've got 10, all my seats are full. Okay, are you getting the performance that you want from your team? Okay, you're not, so why not? Let's walk you through. Let's help you do a diagnostic, and they may come to realize that they've got a team where there's some C players. So hey, put a plan in place to get the C players up to B, up to A, and if that can't be done, then it's more cost effective to cut 3 C players and hire 1 A, and you're going to probably double the results for half the cost.
Wow.
So instead of just filling positions that are open, it's how can we maximize your business to make sure that every person is A, in the right seat, and B, getting you the results that you want.
So you talk about identifying businesses that are struggling. How can you identify them? What do you do?
Oftentimes, we will have proactively had referred to us or reached out to a really strong candidate, someone that said, hey, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I love. And, I've heard really great things about A, B, and C company. So we reach out directly to A, B, and C company, tell them, hey, this person is incredible at doing this. This is the accomplishments they've done, and this is what they're looking for. Are you open to a conversation? And most of the time they're like, oh, I'm not even hiring, but yeah, I do. I do need to talk to this person. And they'll custom create something for a really high achiever, someone that can maximize their results.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating. And so 2015, obviously an extraordinary year. What are you going to do to help maintain that pace in 2016?
2015 was the year of learning. Like, we grew so fast, and we didn't strategically plan it. We're like kind of on the roller coaster with our hands up in the air going, it's going to be like this forever. And that is not true. And I paid the price for not, having processes and procedures in place. And so we made mistakes and stumbled, and kind of last year we got all of our stuff, we got ready for the growth that we'd already had. So now we're ready. And we've just got all A players, and so I'm super excited. I think we'll do even better this year than we did.
Yeah, very good. I'm going to wrap it up with that. Any final thoughts as we let you go?
Quantify. The numbers matter. What measures happens. So, yeah, if you're not knowing if you don't have standards of production and what's expected from your people, you are setting yourself up for a bruising.
Thank you so much, Dixie. Appreciate your time. Dixie Agostino, she is with SwitchGearRecruiting.com. When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, the show continues 24/7 at PriceOfBusiness.com. Plus, the best content here can be found over there at USDailyReview.com, including my recent television interview on our Sunday show with Rand Paul. Make sure you check it out. Stay tuned for more after this.